they would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way.
Today I denounce Nigeria, and everything I am going to be doing, and like I have done in the past, will continue to do, will be for the best interest of the restoration of Biafra and for the Biafra people. I have no contact. I cut every ties with Nigeria. I cannot be part of a terrorist country. I cannot be part of a country that sponsor the killing of their own people. I cannot be part and proud to call myself Nigeria or even have anything associated with Nigeria. So the fight between the Biafra people and Nigeria from today is the restoration and the total liberation of Biafra people from Nigeria.
To Holland, Netherlands, the headquarters of ICC. I'm ready to drag and continue the case since the case has just begun in Finland. What's your take as regards?
Good evening, my beloved. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember my humble self, one and the only Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to evangelize anything of that regard to truth. And I will continue to speak that truth whenever opportunity, is given to me. Here, Bianca, the governor of Enugu State, has vowed to drag this matter beyond the Finnish government territory. That is ready because he has woken up again with his evidence, which he has said that he has against Simon Ekpa. That Simon Ekpa was the one terrorizing the nation, was the one, making people not have their peace in their land, in their farmland, in their home, I believe. Now, I am happy because he said it, that Finnish government has started it because he has been waiting for the trial. He has been waiting for the trial to start. That is why everywhere is like is silent and is not talking. But now he has woken up because the trial has started over Simon Ekpa, and he vowed to take it beyond the Finnish government state. He said after the Finnish government finish their own court, their own judge, and their own trial against Simon Ekpa, he said he will not end it there. He is going to take it up to ICC, and I am waiting. And I am glad for him waking up, for him standing up against Simon Ekpa. And I am watching, and I am waiting. My ear is open to hear more. I'm ready to follow up. Now listen and listen good. You that said that, Bianca, you say sit at home. That Simon Ekpa causes sit at home, and Nigeria economy is going down. I want to ask you, before you become the governor of Enugu State, is Nigeria economy growing? How far was the Nigeria economy before Simon Ekpa and before you becoming a governor? Then he said they are losing. Please, I want you to cross-examine in 1967. How much did the Igbo people lose in the war? Even after the war, can you give me the estimation or estimate of what Igbos lost during the war or after the war? Do you know that as at that time and after the war, that all the money that belonged to any Igbo man, to any Biafran person, Nigeria swallow it. Nigeria sees it.
But they gave them
Nigeria, excuse me, Nigeria squander it. In punishment, that they are doing it, and they did it to punish and to impoverish and to make sure that they wreck and then to make sure that they wretched Igbo people to the end. But it was quite unfortunate that within the space of some years later, like today, you see Igbo men riding on a horse of the kings. It is the God-given grace. It is the God-given mercy. It is the God-given love. It is the God-given kindness. It is the kindness of God. Do you know how much every average surviving Igbo man was given after the war? Only but 20 pounds.
So was it
Are you here? It's not very small.
As at then.
As at then, How much was 20 pounds? Do you know how much was 20 pounds? It was like giving a child. Maybe, for example, now you give me like 200 naira. Or you give me like 2,000 naira. Or 20,000 to live. Then tell me, how do you want me to live and how do you expect me to survive? That means you want to impoverish the man the more. You want to make sure that you oppress and subdue and subdue and subdue him to the ground so that he will not be able to raise his head. But it is unfortunate that today, few years later, Igbos rise up to the top. Igbos enjoy the blessings from God, the favor of God, with the small 20 pounds after the war that was given to the surviving ones. As you can hear today, check it. The 75% of Lagos State economic growth is contributed by the Igbos. Baba, check. Ask. Baba, no, except a Yoruba man that don't want to tell himself the truth. Who are the, check here, I don't want to, go far. Just start from here. From there to the front to there. Who are the people paying for rent? They pay for rent, they pay for electricity, they pay for tax, they pay for dustbin, they pay for sweeping, they pay for every damn thing, and they still pay house rent. I don't know if you are getting it. My brother, checkmate. Jiranya gave Barowe Christmas. You will agree with me that it is only God that have lifted Igbos up. If not so, Nigeria never meant well for Igbos. But God meant it for Igbos for good. And that is why that envy is much. The envy is much on Igbos because there are people, Nigerians are like, imagine how come within the space of how many years that the Igbos are competing, despite the fact that they have squandered all our money after the war. Nigeria pocketed it, put everything, let's make sure that these people did not wake up, they did not rise up. But today, all the money that they squander, all our money that they seize, where is that money? They are nowhere to be found. They cannot challenge, they cannot compete. Because you cannot eat your cake and still have it. Now, Pitamba, why I bring this thing analysis, I want you to think and I want you to wake up from your sleeping memory. By tagging your brother, the enemy of this country. By saying that you will stand up to fight your brother out to the length, to the end. Your brother that never disturbed you, that meant it well, that want for the freedom.
Was greedy.
Greedy of what? Because he refused to dance with you people, to drink the same evil wickedness water that you people have drunk. The wine that you people have drunk to wicked and impoverish your own people. Simon Ekpa refused to drink that wine. That was why you vow. You say you will not end it like this, since the case has been started, that you take it beyond finished government. We are waiting and we are watching. I am waiting and I am watching. My beloved brother, when Nigeria haven't punished Igbos with this mentality, do you know what was Nigerian mind? That they will not rise again. But today, they are surprised. Biafra have risen beyond what Nigeria can imagine, what Nigeria can withstand. Now, Pitamba, I want to throw another idea for you, in case you don't know or you forgot. I want to remind you, after the war in 1970, is there any development in the East? Was Southeast not meant to be developed? Is Southeast not part of the Nigeria as you claim to be? Why is it that the seaport denied? Even the international airport that Goodluck Jonathan even approved during his tenure, Muhammadu Buhari came and converted to local airports. Pitamba, I want in Enugu State, Pitamba, how far? You do not fight Muhammadu Buhari, but you are fighting your own brother. That is fighting for your next generation, the betterment of your next generation. Pitamba, mention one thing since 1970 that the war ended. Mention one good thing Nigeria has done for the Biafrans, for the Igbos, that makes you to be ranting. Mention one. Please give me one. Is it the seaport? Is it international airport? Where is that federal strength, federal ability in the whole southeast? Please give me one. Mention one. Mention one, Pitamba. I'm using this opportunity to remind you some certain things that you don't know. You say you want to forge ahead to make sure you kill your brother. By the time you kill Simon Ekpa and Simon Ekpa die, will you see Simon Ekpa again to kill? And remember, by the time you kill us finish, you succeeded in finishing us, then you and your children will be the next for the Fulanis. You have already promoted the Fulani man as your AD, special advisor. No wahala. Time is coming. What happened in Kwara? What happened in Plateau? What happened in the north will take place in Enugu. Amba, today as I speak to you, even Muhammadu Buhari is on the run. He ran away from Sokoto, from Katsina to Kaduna. As we speak now, he has run out of the north. It's no longer in Nigeria. What about Gowon Yakubu? Yakubu don't run, come out for Nigeria. It's no longer in Plateau State. Who they pursue them? Now the people where they protected. They say now them be better people. Now them now they pursue them. Come out for the country. Mba, it remain you. Very soon. Very soon Mba will be on the run because Usman Abubakar and his men will rise up and reinforce against you in that office. You will soon be on the run. Remember, yes, remember, our women in the farm, is this Simon Ekpa that rape them? Those farms, is this Simon Ekpa that vandalize it? Those crops, is this Simon Ekpa that eat them up? Pitamba. Whereas irege goeze gone. Kemare ihe ineku. Mari ihe ineme. Ekwekwo amagaba. Time is just a question of time and it will tell. Always tag them a terrorist. But in the court yesterday, they presented their case. Invalid report. Invalid evidence. Evidence that lack merit. Evidence that lack concrete facts. Because if actually Simon Ekpa is the one behind what is happening in Nigeria, I believe ever since the whole Simon Ekpa would, the killing, the massacring, the terrorism that is going on in Nigeria would have stopped.
In Benue and Plateau, other part of Nigeria, Ekpa is not a terrorist or not wanting to incite terrorism, but he said what Ekpa is a freedom fighter. What's your take as well?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. Remember, humble self, one and the only Biafran evangelist, Benjamin Johnson. Hey, Sesnachi, one and the only. We are not two. My brother, Simon Ekpa yesterday appears in the court. And Nigeria too send their own witnesses in the court too. They appear in the court. All of them, everybody appear in the court to display his or her talent. Well, guess what happened? Nigeria presented about 10 witnesses to start with. So there, I came to the court yesterday with 10 witnesses. But the judge said that the 10 witnesses that they came with was too much. What do you want to, witness? And what do you have to tender that you are coming with 10 witnesses? And at the end of the day, the judge now decided to accept 3. You understand? Which one? They started the interrogation that yesterday. Glory be to God of what really happened. Then when they begin to do the investigation and begin to ask some questions, I discovered that what Nigeria came with was not actually the evidence of what the Finnish government was expecting from them. And that is, oh my God. And that was why Simon Ekpa lawyer stood on his ground. You know, he said it before, now that anywhere in the world that Simon Ekpa will win Nigeria. And when we said it, people did not believe. And when I said that nnamdikanu too is going to conquer Nigeria here in Nigeria, people did not believe it. You can see as it's going. The same thing I've started, I am happy for Simon Ekpa yesterday. So the evidence by which these people presented, they came with, which they want to use to nail Simon Ekpa, there was no concrete fact there from, according to the lawyer of Simon Ekpa. Because all these things is not Nigeria, that you will bend or you say that the law is, or the judge is under your influence and you use your veto power, your position power to tell judge what to do. It's not Nigeria. Judge is following the law. No, bribing cannot work. He cannot stand here. Except the Finnish government want to finish themselves. The Finnish government want to finish themselves. And which I don't see Alexandra stop doing that. No. So he want them to follow this, the normal protocols and the normal procedures with the evidence that Nigerian are coming. Let me tell you, you are calling somebody a terrorist. The same way they come as nnamdikanu a terrorist. The same Simon Ekpa on the social media, incited so many things in Nigeria that leads to the, killing of Nigerian militaries and other things. Now, the same thing they said that nnamdikanu in London, in Britain, cited war trigger to end SARS. And he now asks, the Radio Biafra that you are talking about, that he, registered in London, and he uses to incite about Biafra in London, he started to the Biafrans. And Lagos, is it a Biafra land? No. Answers, where was it to hold? Here in Lagos, not in a Biafra land. So why are you now accusing him of that? They say as a result of that Radio Biafra, that led to the death of Gulag. You understand? The broadcast. So the same thing was what they are using against Simon Ekpa too. And now, my brother, I want to ask a question. Is it Simon Ekpa that is citing the Kebbi massacre in Nigeria? Let's shift from Benue. Let's shift from Plateau State. Now, in Kebbi, I'm talking about the fresh one now. In Kebbi State, is it Simon Ekpa that started that one? Is it Simon Ekpa that is still killing under Mba watch? Is it Simon Ekpa that cited the Ebonyi State own Oshiri? Is it Simon Ekpa that cited the one of Sokoto? Is it Simon Ekpa in Jigawa? In Kogi? My brother, name them. Is it Simon Ekpa that cited those ones? If Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, as Nigeria tag him to be terrorist, because he's an Igbo man, that was why he was tagged terrorist. Just the same way they attacked IPOB, the same way they attacked nnamdikanu, the same way they attack everybody that come from the east, that talk about Biafra, that talk about self-referendum, that talk about self-determination, that talk about self-being, freedom. They always tag them a terrorist. But in the court yesterday, they presented their case, invalid report, invalid evidence, evidence that lack merit, evidence that lack concrete facts. Because if actually Simon Ekpa is the one behind what is happening in Nigeria, I believe ever since the whole Simon Ekpa would, the killing, the massacring, the terrorism that is going on in Nigeria would have stopped. But because Simon Ekpa is never a terrorist, neither has he ever been involved in doing that. So Simon Ekpa is innocent. And that is what the lawyer has finally, opened up yesterday. Let the judge to understand that this they are saying. Moreover, Simon Ekpa was in Finland. He never departed from Finland. He never traveled to Nigeria for a very long time now. So how do you now say this is the one responsible Even after you have apprehended him, all these things should have stopped. But rather, the thing increased. That means there are elements that are sponsoring it, not Simon Ekpa. But they are just, using Simon Ekpa, as to blackmail him. They are just putting all the blame on him. The same thing happened against IPOB. You can see today somebody like Hope Uzodimma, Hope Uzodiojo, Hope Uzodimma has finally come out and say all the killings that have been happening in the whole Southeast, the IPOB, we are innocent of it. Then who are the people responsible? He said there are political opponents. That is political statements. So he knows the people, but he doesn't want to mention them. He just used the word political opponent. Is there anything like political opponent in taking lives? Political opponent in vandalizing people's home, in raping girls, killing people, vandalizing farms, and destroying.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian.
Simon Ekpa get people that are lobbying for Biafra, and it is a plus. The way Simon Ekpa is going international, and it seems he's making this agitation a serious international issue by employing international lobbyists to make sure that Biafra is recognized at the world stage. Let's get a reaction.
Now, thank you for that wonderful question, Bianca of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, nnamdikanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and nnamdikanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra